Welcome to the CompTIA Project Plus Prepcast by baremetalcyber.com. Managing time within a project requires more than simply setting deadlines. It involves a cycle of planning, monitoring, and making adjustments when necessary to keep the work aligned with expectations. Agile teams use sprint planning to set short-term goals, predictive approaches rely on critical path analysis to track dependencies, and rebaselining gives managers a way to update the plan when major changes occur. Together, these techniques give project managers tools to guide work effectively, even when uncertainty is high. Sprint planning is the moment when an Agile team decides exactly what they will deliver in the next iteration. It turns high-level goals into a set of concrete tasks that can be completed within the sprint. This planning step ensures that both the team and stakeholders know what to expect and why it matters. By the end, there should be a shared understanding of what the sprint will achieve and how success will be measured. A core part of sprint planning is matching the team's capacity to the highest priority items in the backlog. While the backlog contains many potential tasks, only those that fit within available time and skills can be chosen. Looking at past performance helps avoid overcommitment, while also ensuring the team remains fully engaged. This balance keeps progress steady and sustainable from sprint to sprint. The sprint goal gives the iteration its focus. This short statement defines the main outcome the team is working toward and helps guide decisions when priorities compete. It also serves as a reference point during the sprint, making it easier to evaluate whether changes or trade-offs will still allow the goal to be met. A clear goal keeps the team aligned and motivated. Realistic expectations during sprint planning are critical for maintaining trust. If commitments are too ambitious, deadlines will slip. If they are too modest, the project may lose momentum. Considering resource availability, dependencies, and recent delivery trends helps the team commit to a scope they can complete. This approach avoids last-minute compromises and supports consistent delivery. The product backlog, team velocity, and sprint length form the foundation for planning. Reviewing these ensures the sprint scope is achievable and based on data rather than assumptions. This step creates a practical boundary for what can be included and helps prevent unnecessary mid-sprint scope changes. Availability, capacity, and technical dependencies are also reviewed before finalizing sprint commitments. Planned leave, conflicting priorities, or prerequisite work can all limit what can realistically be achieved. Addressing these early allows the team to sequence work effectively and avoid stalled tasks once the sprint begins. The selection of sprint work is a joint decision that balances business value with technical readiness. The product owner advocates for high-value features while the development team assesses feasibility and effort. This ensures that work chosen for the sprint delivers the greatest possible impact without overloading the team. Clear definitions of done remove any doubt about when a task is truly complete. These may include quality checks, documentation updates, or integration requirements in addition to the functional work. By setting these standards up front, the team can avoid misunderstandings and ensure that delivered work meets expectations. Sprint planning usually begins with the product owner presenting the backlog items with the highest priority. This includes explaining why these items matter and how they connect to the larger project goals. By framing the conversation in terms of value and alignment, the product owner helps the team understand the purpose behind their work. The development team then estimates the effort needed for each proposed item. This process involves discussion about complexity, risks, and resource needs, leading to a realistic view of what can be delivered. Honest and collaborative estimation helps the team set commitments they can keep. The Scrum Master's role in sprint planning is to keep the discussion productive and ensure all voices are heard. They guide the process, help resolve uncertainties, and keep attention on the sprint goal. By creating the right environment for open communication, the Scrum Master supports better decisions and stronger team alignment. Once discussions are complete, the entire team commits to the sprint goal and the agreed scope of work. This shared commitment means everyone understands their role in achieving the outcome and is invested in meeting it. When all members have a clear stake in the sprint's success, delivery becomes a collective responsibility. The sprint backlog records the work selected for the sprint. It turns backlog items into a clear execution plan with defined tasks and estimates. This document becomes the primary reference for daily stand-ups and progress tracking. A well-maintained sprint backlog ensures the team stays organized and focused. Each backlog item is broken into smaller, actionable tasks that can be tracked individually. This makes progress visible and helps identify potential delays before they escalate. Breaking work down in this way also allows multiple team members to contribute simultaneously, improving efficiency. Dependencies, blockers, and test plans are addressed when tasks are created. Considering these factors early helps prevent surprises during execution and ensures quality testing is integrated into the work. Proactive identification of challenges supports a smoother sprint. The sprint backlog serves as the map for execution, guiding the team's daily work and providing transparency to stakeholders. It reflects the team's commitments and becomes the basis for evaluating progress in reviews and retrospectives. Keeping it accurate ensures that it remains a reliable planning tool. During the sprint, teams regularly inspect progress and adapt their plans when necessary. Daily stand-ups and ongoing communication help surface issues early so they can be addressed before they threaten delivery. This ability to adapt while staying focused on the sprint goal is a key strength of Agile methods. Unplanned work or scope changes are evaluated carefully before being accepted. The team considers the impact on the sprint goal and whether adjustments can be made without risking completion. This discipline prevents reactive changes from undermining the plan. Velocity trends provide insight into whether the sprint is on track. Comparing progress with historical patterns allows the team to anticipate challenges and make proactive adjustments. These data points are valuable for forecasting and risk management. Feedback loops, such as sprint reviews and retrospectives, ensure that the team's work remains aligned with the goal and project priorities. They also offer opportunities for process improvements in future sprints. These loops keep the team evolving and responsive to both project needs and stakeholder input. The critical path is the sequence of dependent tasks that determines the shortest possible time to complete a project. It is essential to identify and monitor because any delay in these tasks will directly delay the project's completion. This focus ensures that managers know exactly where schedule risks exist. The critical path also defines where there is no schedule flexibility, helping managers prioritize resources accordingly. Knowing which tasks have zero float makes it possible to focus attention where it matters most. This knowledge is essential for maintaining control of project timelines. Any delay along the critical path will extend the total duration of the project. This makes regular updates and monitoring of these activities essential throughout the project's lifecycle. Staying aware of potential risks in these tasks allows for timely interventions. By identifying the critical path early and updating it as work progresses, managers can make better decisions about where to allocate time, resources, and oversight. This proactive approach helps keep the overall project on track and ensures stakeholders remain informed about schedule risks. For more cyber-related content and books, please check out cyberauthor.me. Also, there are other prepcasts on cybersecurity and more at baremetalcyber.com. Using the critical path to guide decision-making means focusing attention on the tasks that directly determine the project's completion date. These zero-float tasks receive the highest priority for resources and monitoring to prevent delays. By concentrating on them, project managers can better protect the schedule, allocate support effectively, and take corrective action before problems escalate. This approach also helps communicate urgency and risk clearly to stakeholders. Resource allocation decisions often depend on the current state of the critical path. If a critical task is at risk, additional staff, equipment, or budget may be assigned to keep it moving. This targeted allocation ensures that the most important work receives the support it needs while avoiding unnecessary disruption to other areas. Such prioritization improves the chances of meeting the overall project deadline. Mitigation strategies for critical path risks include adding buffer time, resequencing tasks, or securing backup resources. These measures are chosen based on the specific nature of the risk and the potential impact of a delay. Proactive planning in this area ensures that the project can continue to advance even when unexpected issues arise. Keeping the critical path stable is key to controlling the project's overall schedule performance. Reporting on the status of the critical path keeps stakeholders informed about potential delivery risks. Regular updates allow sponsors and team members to understand where attention is needed and why certain resource decisions are being made. Clear communication about these dependencies builds trust and reinforces the importance of timely task completion. Rebaselining is the formal process of updating the project's original schedule baseline to reflect significant changes. It is not a minor adjustment, but a deliberate reset of expectations when scope, resources, or timelines have shifted substantially. The updated baseline becomes the new benchmark for performance measurement, replacing outdated targets with ones that match the current reality. This ensures all tracking and reporting is based on accurate information. Rebaselining may be necessary for reasons such as major scope changes, realization of significant risks, or persistent variance from original estimates. External events like vendor delays or regulatory changes can also force a schedule reset. By rebaselining, project managers align the plan with achievable outcomes, maintaining credibility with both the team and stakeholders. Approval for a rebaseline typically comes from the project sponsor or a change control board. The request should be supported by a clear justification, detailing the need for the change, its expected impact, and the adjustments being made to scope, schedule, and budget. Documenting these details ensures transparency and helps maintain governance standards. Involving stakeholders in the approval process fosters alignment on the new direction. Communicating the new baseline involves distributing the updated schedule to all relevant parties, updating project tools, and ensuring that expectations are reset accordingly. This communication must be clear and direct, explaining the reasons for the change and its implications for delivery. A well-managed communication process restores confidence in the schedule and reinforces trust in project leadership. Frequent or poorly managed rebaselining can damage credibility and make it difficult to measure performance accurately. If baselines are changed too often, stakeholders may view them as unreliable, and teams may use the process to avoid accountability for missed targets. Strong change control and consistent documentation help prevent this misuse and preserve the value of the baseline as a management tool. After a rebaseline, all related project documents should be updated to reflect the new plan. This includes the work breakdown structure, activity lists, milestone charts, risk registers, and resource plans. Budget forecasts may also need adjustment to account for shifts in scope or timing. Integrating the new baseline into all tools and documentation ensures alignment across the project. Monitoring performance against the new baseline means tracking earned value, milestone variance, and the updated critical path using the revised schedule as the point of reference. Forecasts should be regularly checked against the assumptions made during rebaselining to ensure they remain valid. Success metrics may need to be recalibrated to reflect the updated plan, maintaining consistency between goals and measurement. Not every situation warrants a rebaseline. Minor delays that can be corrected without affecting the final delivery date, temporary setbacks, or risks already accounted for in the original plan do not require such an update. Avoiding unnecessary rebaselining helps maintain stability in project measurement and prevents confusion over performance trends. Hybrid project environments often combine Agile flexibility with predictive structure. In such cases, rebaselining may apply to phase gates or major deliverables, while sprints continue to adapt dynamically based on velocity and backlog priorities. This blend allows teams to maintain governance while also responding quickly to change. It aligns short-term agility with long-term oversight. Visual tools such as Gantt charts, variance reports, and dashboards help illustrate the impact of rebaselining to stakeholders. They can show shifts in milestones, adjustments in task sequencing, and any resulting changes to the critical path. These visuals make it easier to explain the necessity of the change, and to gain acceptance from oversight bodies like a change control board. Effective schedule control requires combining iteration-level planning, dependency tracking, and formal schedule updates. Sprint planning enables focused execution in the short term, the critical path highlights the work most likely to impact delivery, and rebaselining provides a way to realign when major changes occur. Together, these practices form a complete approach to keeping projects on schedule and under control. Mastering these techniques improves both exam readiness and real-world project outcomes. For those preparing for the certification, understanding how these tools work together provides a clear framework for effective schedule management. In practice, applying them consistently helps ensure projects are delivered on time, within scope, and with stakeholder confidence intact. Thank you for listening. Please follow baremetalcyber.com on social media and check out our books at cyberauthor.me.